What is up, everybody? This is Ray from Rated R Reviews, and this is a review on the Death of Superman animated film released in 2018. Alright, so you guys know I am a big Superman fan. I have a poster over here, I have books, I have comics. I've grown up with Superman my entire life. In 1992, they released a comic. 92-93, they released a comic called The Death of Superman. The Death of Superman was one of the biggest selling comic books of all time. And they made an animated film, I believe, earlier in the 2000s called Doomsday Superman. It was fine, it was okay, nothing too crazy about it. Then in Batman v Superman, the live action, the new DCEU, the new universe, they kind of jumped the gun and threw it in there in one of the movies, and it didn't look like Doomsday. That's one thing I could not defend about that movie, is that it did not look like Doomsday. It looked like a Ninja Turtle on steroids. It looked like the Lord of the Rings orc with less clothing on. I could not defend the way that they messed up on how Doomsday looked. That's a big thing for me. It was a Ninja Turtle. It was a Ninja Turtle on steroids. Done. That's my complaints. Anyway, now in 2018, Warner Brothers and DC decided to make an animated film of the Death of Superman, and it is, I'm so happy to say, it is way, way, way better than anything in the previous past. Explain this story. Okay, so it's PG-13. It's 81 minutes long. It actually has two directors. One named, I had to write it down because I couldn't remember the names. Jake Castorena and Sam Lin. Just like Justice League, they're two different directors doing this movie, but this movie came out way better than Justice League. You can tell, with animation anyway, you can tell the first half of the movie looked fine. The second half of the movie looked like they bumped up the animation, like just because of the fight scenes and everything, and that's something that you can definitely respect. Okay, there's a star-studded cast. Jerry O'Connell plays Superman. Remember him from Sliders. Rebecca Romijn, who is actually his wife in real life, voices Lois Lane to his Superman. Rebecca Romijn, you know as Mystique from the original X-Men movies. Rainn Wilson from the comedy show The Office, one of my favorite shows ever. He played Dwight. He voices Lex Luthor. Rosario Dawson went from Marvel to DC. She went from all these the characters interlinking the Marvel shows to now voicing Wonder Woman, and she did a great job. Let me tell you, I really liked Wonder Woman a lot in this animated movie. Nathan Fillion, you know, he did a short film now on YouTube, which refers to the Uncharted video games. He did like a short film because he kind of wants to play Nathan Drake. Okay, so and this movie is about 40 to 50% brutal battles, powerful punches, superhuman feats, and Batman just running away from Doomsday because he's trying not to get murdered. The Justice League pretty much attacks, well, they don't attack Doomsday, but they defend Metropolis from Doomsday, holding him off as long as they can until Superman arrives. And I'm already skipping a large portion of the movie because you really just want to see the fight, you know what I mean? But I'll get back to the first half in a minute. But yeah, so the Justice League has their chance to fight Doomsday and everything. And let me tell you, the animation from when Flash is throwing punches to when Cyborg is blasting him to how Batman is flipping and avoiding and all this, and then Wonder Woman just going headstrong and just punches in and everything. The animation was picked up a notch. I really enjoyed the animation. Nice, smooth, fluid. Had a couple of hiccups here and there. The voiceovers were fine. Couple of funny one-liners, especially from Green Lantern, Nathan Fillion. The Flash had a couple of good one-liners. He's played by some guy named Christopher Gorham. The setting backdrop is very simple. It's just Metropolis, large battle, a lot of destruction. I mean, if you saw the ending of Batman v Superman, that was pretty much the ending to the Death of Superman in the comics. But it just, there was no Batman, no Wonder Woman in the battle. There was just Lois in a helicopter trying to report what's going on, but she's also worried about Superman. The first half of the movie is a little bit slower paced, a little bit more story building. Superman, aka Clark Kent, he battles these robotic thugs. They're robbing banks. He has some quick words with Lex Luthor, and he tries to fight the unstoppable Doomsday. But he's also battling a commitment issue. Clark Kent has a relationship with Lois Lane. Lois Lane has no idea that Clark Kent is Superman. She has no clue. Great investigative reporter she is. That she has no clue. They have a secret relationship going on. He's afraid to tell her because of the problems that might bring her if everyone knows she's seeing Superman. Doesn't trust enough to tell. He doesn't want to give that secret away because he doesn't know if she would like, whoa, that's too much or whatever, and leave. And so he holds back. There's a theme throughout the movie of Superman holding back, for him not to hold back, to stop holding back, and to just go straight forward with the decisions that he has to make in his life to make his life better, or to make his life the way he wants it to be. And let me tell you, the fight between Superman and Doomsday was very entertaining, very fun to watch, and I enjoyed it through and through. I really did enjoy this movie. For the most part, there's not too much I can complain about when speaking about this film. There was some hiccups in the animation, but the animation was good. I did enjoy it. Some funny one-liners between some of the characters. There was there's one thing. I believe it's connected to Justice League War, which is an animated movie that came out in 2016. So the Justice League didn't know each other. There was no Justice League, actually. There was just Batman in Gotham, Superman in Metropolis, Flash wherever he is, Green Lantern wherever he is, blah blah blah. And it was kind of like the beginning of the origin story of Cyborg, and that story brought the Justice League together. Like, there was a cool banter between Green Lantern and Batman for about 5 or 6 minutes throughout the movie. Then they find Superman, and Superman whips both their asses, and everything is drawn very similar to that. It's a very fun movie. So if you saw Justice League War and you enjoyed Justice League War, you'll enjoy the Death of Superman, because the animation is bumped up from that movie, but it's the same cast and the same overall design, character design. So I highly recommend this movie. Between the scale of 1 to 10, I give I give the Death of Superman an 8, a solid 8. And one of the main reasons why I give it a solid 8, I give it a whole point, just for the simple fact that Doomsday looked like Doomsday. He had the gray, scaly skin. He had the long white hair. He had the bone fragments that connected wherever he was injured, anywhere else on his arms and hands and face, and interconnected. You saw the bone fragments. He didn't look like a Ninja Turtle, again, on steroids. He didn't look like a freaking orc from Lord of the Rings with less clothing. He didn't look like that the BVS Superman, the BVS Doomsday, which I could not defend, even though in an article somewhere Zack Snyder said that's not really the real Doomsday. Doomsday is still out there somewhere. So why would you have wasted our time with this one if the real Doomsday, just bring out the real Doomsday? Stop the bullshit. You know what I mean? There's so many other stories in the comics that'll make billions of dollars. Relax, you know. Yeah, that's one thing from that movie I couldn't defend. I enjoy the BVS, the Batman v Superman movie. I enjoy the longer, the 3-hour cut way more than the 2.5 hour cut, because the extra half hour explains a lot more things. And that's why this happened. That's what they were doing. Who's that character? Oh, that character had more than okay, I got it. Anyway, whatever. It's about now. The Death of Superman 2018 release is an 8 out of 10 in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I would see it again, definitely. And there's more to it. There's gonna be the Reign of the Superman. They do the Reign of the Superman, and they do it well. I'm gonna be extremely impressed and very happy. Okay, because they have to do the Reign of the Superman and then Return of Superman. So and on top of that, they are gonna do Reign of Superman because there's a character that pops up in the middle of the movie, which I'm not gonna say, but he's linked. He's linked to the other stories. So I think that's the way they're gonna go. I'm very happy, and I hope the live action movies can follow. Even though the Aquaman trailer and Shazam trailer do look good. Okay. What else can I say about this movie? Guys, watch the movie, check it out. It's on Blu-ray, DVD, digital download, all this stuff. As of today, the 27th, July 27th. I'm gonna see if I leave some links in the description below. So if you guys want to purchase it through Amazon through me, I truly appreciate it. It helps me out, helps the channel out, helps my phone bill out. And thank you very much. This is Ray from Radar Reviews. Peace.